Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Naquan Jordan, the AI protagonist, and another month has gone by. It is time to continue our top 5 prompt series. So if you're new to the series, this is where basically every month I go through my Instagram account and I pick the 5 images that got the most engagement for the month, and I show you exactly how I was able to create those images. And so we're going to start things off with our number 5 pick. So this one was, actually this is not a reoccurring character. It looks really up. I got one that didn't load. Hold on a sec while I reload this. All right, so we're back in. So yeah, we had one that didn't load, but so this was kind of a random image. I was actually testing out a new Stable Diffusion XL model, and I created some random images with it, and these came out really well. So this one was actually done on cart. If we take a look at the insights, so it got 44 likes, 2 comments, 0 shares, and 12 bookmarks. So as you can see, our first image from last month actually had 44 likes, and so that gives you an idea of how the actual Instagram page is growing. So here we are on cart. This is the image. This is the prompt that I will be putting in the description, and here is the model that I use, Real Vision XL version 2.0. So I just wanted to see what the images would look like with that one. If we jump back to my gallery, we can see the images that I created around that same time. So I did this one, and I did kind of an anime style as well. And both of them came out very well. It's a nice, really nice looking new model that I've been having some fun with. So that is number 5. Going into number 4. So I started a series with just using the gold and white elements in Leonardo AI. And this is one of the sets of images that came out with that series. As you can see, these are some very beautiful images. I'm loving those elements. They work really well with the PhotoReal model. If we check out the insights, so we got 51 likes, 2 comments, 0 shares, and 18 bookmarks. So as I mentioned, this one was created in Leonardo AI. It was a combination of the Alchemy pipeline, cinematic preset. I actually used the PhotoReal workflow, and I used the Ivory and gold elements. So I did a lot of images with the Ivory and gold. As you can see, I created a whole bunch of them, and what I did was I just separated them into different sets, and some of them did well. This one actually did really well also, but not good enough to be in the top 5. So I highly recommend these elements. They are a lot of fun to play with. So coming up with number 3, we have Mahina. So Mahina is a recurring character on my Instagram page, and this is just the latest images that I've did. Also using the Leonardo AI elements, and I wanted to add kind of like a nature look to her, kind of make her look like a nature goddess, or like a Gaia or something from fantasy. And this is what came about, and they came out really good. So looking at the insights, we got 59 likes, 3 comments, 2 shares, and 8 bookmarks. So this one did really well. If we jump into Leonardo, here's the close-up of Mahina, and here is the prompt that I use. So this is the one that I will be dropping into the description, and I also use the Alchemy pipeline cinematic presets. I use the PhotoReal workflow. I'm using that for almost all of my images now. It's so good. And this once again was with the Ivory and gold elements. So I might remake a lot of my characters with the Ivory and gold just to see what they look like. But this was part of a series of different images. You can see that I actually tried some green ones as well, and these actually came out really good too. But I like the Ivory and gold ones better. And I've used some other images as well, some other characters, just to kind of play around with it. So next up we have our number 2. So this one also created with PhotoReal and elements, and I actually just wanted to do something random, so I used a random it was a random prompt created in, I think it was ChatGPT, and I didn't use my normal ChatGPT formula. I was playing around with some Stable Diffusion XL formulas, and you actually don't really need a formula for Stable Diffusion XL, but I might do a video about that. So I popped out with those, and the insights, we got 60 likes, 1 comment, 1 share, and 17 bookmarks. And jumping into Leonardo, so here's a close-up of the main image, and here is the prompt. So as you can see, it's not a regular prompt, it's actually just a really long sentence, like a long description of a character, and you can actually really easily create these, and you can create some really cool images when you put them into Stable Diffusion. But you can see this one has pretty much all the other presets that I used for my previous images. I just did a bunch of stuff, and I did use a low smooth on the refiner though, just because I really liked the original image and I didn't want it to change much. But you can see the other images that I created using the similar preset. Everything was all the same. A bunch of the different images came out. Some really, really nice looking ones. And our number 1 image. So this one was just a regular prompt. Once again, I think this might have been a ChatGPT prompt. But if we take a look at the inside, wait, actually, let me show you the actual images. So you can see not all of them came out as good as that first one, but they still came out pretty good. But the first one was definitely leagues above the rest of them. So checking in on the insights, we got 65 likes, 1 comment, 2 shares, and 19 bookmarks. So 65 likes, I think that's the most I've seen in a month on any of my images. So the page is definitely growing. Here is a close-up of the image, and you can see it's a very, very beautiful image. I'll most likely be using this as the thumbnail for the video. And here is the actual prompt, and no, this is not a Stable Diffusion XL prompt. This looks like a regular 1.5 prompt, but everything is the same. You can see for the real workflow, alchemy pipeline, cinematic, I did not use elements on this one, so I didn't use the ivory and gold elements that I've been using all month, but they still came out very well. You can see I did start creating like some ones with armor on them. And I did post these to the page, but they just didn't get as much attention as this image right here. This image got so much attention last month, and I had some more Mahina images as well. So those are the top 5 images for the month of November. November was fun. I did a lot of different types of styles and things, but I discovered how great that element, that ivory and gold element is. It is so good, so amazing. Definitely, if you are not using Leonardo, jump into it just to use those elements, because the images that it creates are so good. So if you have any questions, or if there's anything you want me to try out, let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.